guest says the planned hike in the capital gains inclusion rate is long overdue, and it's a long overdue step towards tax fairness. We're joined by Katrina Miller, Executive Director of Canadians for Tax Fairness. Thanks very much for coming on the show. Interestingly, you guys say there's no real evidence that it'll deter gains in productivity. We've heard a lot of talk about productivity and dire warnings. So you say this is just really coming from a partisan viewpoint and there's no clear evidence of this.
Indeed. We've been asking for a change in capital gains taxing and how it is taxed in Canada for over a decade now because the inclusion rate has been so low. Only 50% of gains are included in your taxable income. That differs from where we are with earned waged earnings. That's included at 100%. So this move is indeed making our tax system more fair. And when we looked at our economic productivity at times when capital gains were taxed at a higher rate, we indeed had a more productive economy. I'm not saying that's because it was taxed at a higher rate, but what we can see is that taxing capital gains at a higher rate doesn't mean that our economy suddenly goes to in the tank. We also looked at countries around the globe that have higher capital gains taxation than we do and still see very, very productive economies that are more productive than ours. So we know that there just isn't a correlation between economic productivity and taxing capital gains.
Well, of course, it's always hard with economics, isn't it? It's not a science. It likes to pretend it is, but you can never really prove anything with economics, can you?
It can certainly be quite difficult because there's so many factors, adding into how a economy becomes productive. But we know one of those factors is having a stable, equitable society. That is very, very clearly seen in the evidence that helps build the ground for a productive economy. And frankly, part of that stable, equitable society is a fair tax system. So we believe that this move on capital gains to include it in a more fair way in taxation will help us build that stable, equitable society that ultimately leads to economic productivity.
What about the argument that entrepreneurs will decide, well, the heck with it, I'll just move to Europe or I'll go to the United States if they're going to tax more of my capital gain?
Well, what they'll find is, similar proposals in the United States and in countries in Europe that are also looking to more fully include capital gains in taxation. So the places they can leave and go to are starting to disappear. But also entrepreneurs are looking for more than just a sweet tax plan when they decide to sell their company. They're looking for a great, stable community where they can place their families and raise their children. They're looking for knowledge workers and educated workers that they can hire and bring in and help to build up their businesses. And so, taxation is just one small part of the puzzle that makes a place, attractive to entrepreneurs. And I think Canada has a lot to offer.
What about the concern that some people with fairly modest incomes are getting caught up? Say somebody with a fairly modest second home, holiday home, is now in line for a bigger capital gains hit.
Well, I would say that, we do see in this proposal a $250,000 exemption that people receiving capital gains get every single year that takes them out of this increase. After that, yes, people will be expected to pay a little bit more. We're going from a 50% inclusion rate to a 66% inclusion rate. So we're not talking a whopping amount of tax money suddenly coming out of your gain. We're talking about a little bit more, and that little bit more is important. It adds up to billions of dollars that Canada can spend on ensuring we have a good healthcare system, ensuring our roads are repaired, all the things that make our lives better in our communities.
What about the lack of apparent dynamism, though, in the Canadian economy? I know you've touched on this, that entrepreneurs don't just obsess about tax alone, but I discussed this with Dan Kelly of the Federation of Independent Business earlier. When I look at the bureaucracy that a small business person has to deal with in this country, why would anybody start a company? I really don't know.
I am no expert on the process of starting a small business, but I do think that if the government wants to support small businesses, and it should do through direct programs and supports, like making it easier to start up a business, like providing direct financial supports to businesses we want to see grow in our communities, because we believe that they help our communities and our way of life here in Canada. That's not necessarily best done through the tax system, frankly. Tax system is just one system to be used in order to build the society we want, but we have lots of other ways to do that.
Yeah, it is interesting. We sometimes I think we should just give grants to companies. At least it would be upfront.
Yeah, grants or loan programs that help companies out. If we target a certain part of our society and our economy that we really want to grow from a small business perspective, then let's target programs that will directly benefit those particular sectors.
There is an exemption, though, for wage slaves, people who just get paid through a salary. I mean, there is a small exemption before you have to pay tax. So I guess the question is, where do you draw the line? Would you make any capital gains exempt, for example?
I think, as I said, we see this this proposal, a small but important step in the right direction towards treating capital gains fairly in terms of income that's taxed. We would like to see it go further. We'd like to get back up to at least a 75% inclusion rate on capital gains, because we think that that's probably about where we would find the best fairness. There's a lot of ways that we can talk about capital gains in terms of, are people holding their gains? Are they making their gains within a few months, or is it over a lifetime? And I think that if we want to really think about how to be fair about capital gains, we need to have a higher inclusion rate, and we need to consider how that gain is made. Is it over trading some stocks over a year, or is it because you built a business over your whole lifetime and are selling it at the end for retirement? Maybe those two different types of gains should be treated slightly differently.